Hi Gemini, welcome to your 21st to the 27th of January 2024. So if you want to book a reading, you can. There's the tarot coaching face-to-face. Any specific questions you've got, you can book in your reading and I'll take a look. So like the video and comment, link is below to the socials. And if you want to book a reading, the website is now back up. Okay, so this is going to be quick messages for this week. So some of the messages I got before I came onto the camera was about some of your job is a problem, some of your environment is a problem, and some of a person is a problem. There's going to be a lot of heavy triggers this week. You're going to feel a lot of energy in your sacral. So this is someone who's got a lot of emotional chaos. They've got a lot of stuff going on within them, and it's to do with either a relationship or it's just to do with, it's a reality that you're living in that you don't want to be in. I feel like some of you are at breaking point. You just kind of, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to fuck with these people. I don't want to go to this job. Why am I tolerating this shit from this person? So yeah, some of you are kind of getting to that point where the inner turbulence is just draining you. So for Geminis this week, I do think it's important to use what you're feeling internally as a way to break yourself out rather than create more problems. So this week, the devil is testing you. He's putting every type of distraction, every type of coping mechanism, every kind of dickhead, and he wants you distracted. Okay? What's important for you this week is don't get wrapped up in your current reality. Some of you, your current reality is making you think there's no way out. Like this is life, but it's not. It's just one form of life. It's one reality. It's one game within the game. It's a level in the game. But what I'm getting for some of you Geminis is because you've been stuck on this level for so long, part of you is like, this is my life. Like, it's never going to change. I'm never going to find that person. I'm never going to get that dream job. It's just never going to change. Okay? But it's just the devil manipulating you. Remember, God leads by faith. The devil leads by fear. Another thing for you is this week is the people around you. The business contacts, the people in general, just people's energy. Just they're not your people. They don't understand you, they don't want to understand you, they don't want to accommodate you. And so I think Gemini is best placed this week paying attention to what's triggering it so it can get into the type of environments around the type of people that just make you feel safe, calm, respected, etc. Some of you are acting from your lower self. I don't know why I've been doing this, but I've been saying this about all the sickness that's going around. They want you to be as sick as possible. Because when you're sick, you're constantly drained, you've got no energy, you've got no will. If you look at everyone around you, sick, sick, sick. Okay? So, I feel like for you this week though, the biggest message for you was about triggers. And some of you, the triggers around connections. It's around people who you've been loyal to. Or around people you are being loyal to. This can be people you meet on a day-to-day. This can be love connections. But I feel like some of you are being triggered in a relationship. And I do think Geminis have tolerated a lot, and we do need to stop doing that. I know this is the case for me. We need to look at the facts. Like someone just isn't loyal to you, they're not supportive of you, they don't bring out the best in you, they bring out the worst. So it can be difficult for a Gemini because we go back and forth in our mind going, yeah, but what if, no. Okay, you need to look at the bigger picture, you need to look at the facts, okay? The Emperor. Now, some of you, there could be a masculine. You do have the Temperance, you do have the Two of Cups, you do have the Emperor. So some of you, there could be a connection that's building. Because the Emperor to the Temperance sticking out to the Two of Cups is a true love connection. But it takes time, it takes balance, it takes patience. So maybe you Geminis are not being patient, but some of you have got real love in your life for sure. Because the Emperor to the Temperance to the Two of Cups, this is really solid cards for a love union. Some of you are dealing with a masculine who might be with someone else. You might be dealing with a masculine who's putting it all on his terms. Okay, so you might be being patient, you might be being dedicated to an Emperor, but this Emperor could be with someone else or you could just be wasting your time, okay? Ten of Cups. Some of you Geminis, though, for the ones who are acting in the higher self, it's coming. The Ten of Cups, the Temperance, the Two of Cups, and the Emperor. So I think you've met the one. okay? And you know I wouldn't say this to you. So I do think some of yous, it's either you're going to meet him this week, because again, this is a weekly reading, or you could have already met him. And again, the connection is building, the loyalty is building, this is going to move into a deeper connection. But some of yous this week, you're tired of the chaos, you're tired of being ripped off. You know, some of yous are acting less than you deserve, but in the core of you, you're like, I deserve so much better. But I'm telling you, the environment you're in, the people you're fucking with, the dogs around you, you just can feel it. The devil is everywhere at this point. You can feel it. You can be walking down the motherfucking street and that cunt can be on the other side and you can see it's a demonic cunt. It's everywhere. You know, some of yous like me are doing backflips to avoid it because it's like every cunt you come into contact with. I went out today and people are like touching me. I was like, why are you touching me? There's all that space. Maybe they siphon off your life energy. Maybe they just want to touch it. I don't know. There's so many freaks out here these days. But that's what the devil is doing. He wants you exhausted. He wants you in mind games. He wants you paranoid. Fuck these cunts. Make problems. See how it ends up for you. Not doing it this year. Okay? Stay calm. Stay focused. Really this week, try to put your mind on what you want. And a lot of yous, what's going on around you, let me just get this out. What's going on around you, a lot of the people around you are not what you want. You don't want to do what they do. You don't want to talk the way they talk. You don't want to think the way they think. Okay? Not trying to be rude. Do you? Okay? And that's why they don't like you. Because you don't want to be like them. They're not funny. They're not convincing. Geminis are very smart people. We can read right through you. You're boring. Okay? So I feel like for some Geminis, but it is hard because you've got so much toxicity around you that it's kind of hard not to be distracted by it or not to have a reaction to it. But Gemini is being told, God has got you, okay? And you're being guided, but you need to pay attention to the signs. You need to pay attention to the signs of people who are truly loyal to you. I feel like the message this week is see things as they are, not as you wish them to be. See people as they are, not as you wish them to be. Even if you have to take the harder road now and give people a short win, do it, because you'll win the war. And that's it. No mind games, no playing back to the energy. Who are you again? Exactly. Like most people, you need to start putting it into perspective. Don't know you, don't owe you. Who the fuck are you? Okay? But I do think as well, some of it is just you're not leveling up. So you're in a reality that you don't want to be in, but you're not leveling up. So for the rest of this month, this week, it's time to level up. Even if it means going against your emotions, even if it means taking the harder road, even if it means changing your whole career, it's time to adapt, be versatile, agile, adaptive. Okay? So I'm just coming on to do this read because I know Geminis are probably like, where the fuck is Elisa? And I'm putting things in place. I'm thinking about, you know, what I want to do with my future, how I'm going to do the tarot. But yeah, I'm kind of just done. I'm not motivated anymore. I'm not inspired. And it's because most people I'm speaking to are just going to do absolutely nothing with what I'm telling them. But there will be a small few Geminis who listen to this and go, yeah, okay. Here's what I'm saying to you. You've got to get focused on what you want. A lot of years, I've been doing it too, of focusing on the kind of people you don't want to bring in, on the kind of love you don't want to bring in. You focused on the people who aren't valuing you and giving you crumbs. This is a week to train your focus. Focus on what you want, not what you don't want, because a lot of what we're focusing on, we're going to bring in, okay? And some of you, like I said, the environment that you're in is full of low frequency people, demonic entities, people who are going nowhere, everyone chatting about something that doesn't matter. So yet you are going to have to start working hard to get around better people, better environments, etc. Okay? Because half the battle is the environment that you're in. That's why Joe Dispenza says you can't heal in the environment that caused you trauma. So see the way I've had breath problems, that's what I'm getting. Some of you are out of breath, you're overwhelmed, you're just exhausted. because you're battling these demonic entities, you're battling these stressful environments, you're battling these dickheads, you're battling your own frustration, you're battling your own triggers. Stop battling and start listening. And you've got two choices with what you're feeling internally this week. You can either react to it or you can become proactive with it. So it's like, okay, I've got to start facing my anger, I've got to get into kickboxing, I've got to get moving, I've got to get working, right? That's what you need to do. This is a week, and some of you, things are coming to an end. That's a big message for you this week. Like, a career is over. An old version is over. We've been saying this to Gemini for a while, but see the way it's coming calmly this time. That version is over. It's got to die. So a new self can be born, so a new reality can be born. What's coming for you is so far better than what's gone. No one betrayed you. They just took themselves out, which is great. Bye. Okay, seriously. So, but Geminis need to focus on themselves. You need to focus on training yourself. Because most people are just falling into the 95%, which is toxic, addictive, disassociated, rude, desperate. So if you don't want to be in that category, you're going to have to fight like fuck. You ain't got time to be taught. I know it's hard, trust me, I know. But if you can train your focus this week to what matters to you, then you're going to start acting in what matters to you, and the rest will fall away. Knight of Pentacles. So this is all about stagnancy, being stuck in a job, same old people, same old shit, day in, day after. No, not this year. The Fool. I feel like some of you could be dealing with a masculine who's with someone else. This person is really self-absorbed. They could be a player. You could be hoping for the 10 of Cups and a happy ever after with this masculine, but he's just playing you. What else does Gemini need to be aware of this week, please? You need to look after your breathing. You need to look after your health. So some of you, your body's not in the best place. Like, I'm getting illness, I'm getting respiratory problems, I'm getting exhaustion, fatigue. Some of you, it's your mind. The Five of Pentacles can be the flu, or it can be a cold. But I'm getting, some of you need to start looking after your mind. You need to start protecting yourself financially. You need to change your mindset around money. So the Eight of Swords person is someone who's in a lot of fear. See the way she's wearing the red? Your energy is also restricted, so this can be stress over money. This can be the way you're thinking is creating a lot of stress and repression within your body. The Fool can be walks. So today, like, I was sitting there and I was like, oh, I've got to get out, I feel claustrophobic. And I just went on this big long road and I went to this lake. Didn't intend to go there, but it kind of just happened. But yeah, I was kind of sitting here and I was like, I've got to get out of this room. I can't sit here all day. So walking this week will really, really help you. It doesn't even have to be heavy exercise, just walking, taking in the oxygen, just enjoying life, exploring, looking for new ideas in your career, doing things to help your mind, doing things to help your health, right? Because some of you are feeling really, really restricted and confined. You might have money problems, so you kind of might be stressed over money. Tell me about the good stuff. I do think the good stuff is some Geminis have definitely met the one with those cards that came out, the 10 of Cups, the 2 of Cups, the Temperance, the Emperor. That's the one. Or you could meet the one this week. Yeah. You've got the Eight of Pentacles with the Sun. For some of you, I do think this could be a bond that's going to take work. It might take time to build, but it's a true union. Some of you, it's with an earth sign. Some of you, it's with a fire sign. Strong Aries, strong Virgo, Leo, Sagittarius. But you could block this connection overthinking. Gemini, you're enough. You deserve the best. Some of you need to stop letting that dark twin who's told you all that the Matrix has put inside you over the years. Fuck these motherfuckers. You're enough. And you always was. And anyone who rejected you, it was God's protection. You were never rejected. You know, these little cunts who were talking about you can't sit with us. Mate, who'd want to? Who'd want to sit with you? What you're talking about, it don't matter. Be grateful for the rejection. Small minds talk about people. High minds talk about ideas. You just need to put things into perspective, Gemini. You know, I went to the gym the other day. I was minding my own business. This guy, he's like trying to move in on me. I was like, I'm here to train, mate. Didn't say that, but I was thinking it. So, yeah, moved away, you came back again. Moved away, came back again. And part of me was going to turn around and say, if you move in this space one more time, move in this space one more time. But that's what these dirty Daves and low perverts do. They're so desperate for attention, they're so desperate for pussy that they'll cross any line. Okay? So I think as you travel, you get to see how desperate people are. Okay? But Geminis, you need to be careful, right? You need to be having the right responses to these people, right? They want you to react. They want you to be aggressive. You need to just focus on what matters, right? Stay away from these low frequency men. They've got nothing to offer you. You want the Emperor, you want the Ten of Cups. For the Gemini man, you want the Empress. You want a high level female who's ready to build with you, who's ready to commit to you. You know, this is about working together to build a powerful connection. Some of you, this could be the person you end up having a child with. Okay, but some of you are dealing with a masculine who's stubborn, rigid, it's all on his terms, it's all about him, losing the game. I feel like some of you really like this person, but this person is all about themselves. So I think for the Geminis who are acting right, you are a bit triggered in ways. There is a lot of things you don't want, but you're doing the right thing. You're putting the work into getting into the reality you want, as opposed to fighting the reality you're in. You're seeing through people. When people are trying to goad you or play mind games or do this, or you're just like, yeah, bitch salty, what are you going to do? You bored? You look it. You're not doing it. You know, you're just like, you know, you're letting them have the short win. But for the Geminis who are kind of trapped in the head, some of you is like your mind is confining you, it's restricting you, it's telling you there's no way out of a situation. But that's why you need to do walks, that's why you need to go to the gym, that's why you need to help yourself this week. I do think it's a week to get in your best friend rather than your worst enemy. Some of you, that dark twin is really going to town. And so the world doesn't have to do anything because you're doing it to yourself. There's a time to be the ruthless twin. There's a time to get told straight. But there's also a time to be kind to yourself and be like, okay, there's a way out. Long walks, deep breathing, yoga exercises, trying to think different. Some of you are thinking in the reality you're in, and it's just creating more of that reality. It's bringing more of those people. And I swear I have been testing this, and it is not a fucking joke. It is real, like it really is real, like what you think you create. And I've been testing it for the good and the bad. But like I said, today I was kind of just like, fuck, like I just felt so claustrophobic. And then when I did that big long walk, I was like, okay. And then as I was walking, I was like, okay, let's think about this situation. Let's think about this person. Let's put it into perspective. And I started changing me thinking around the situation and the person. And I was like, you know, but do you love this person? Do you care about this person? Do you even care about tarot anymore? What is it you want? Is this what you want? You know, why are you having reactions to these people? Why do these people disgust you? What is the message here? And that's how to do it. Go for a big long walk and think in what's triggering you, what's frustrating you, who's you're disgusted by, who you're repulsed by. Okay? Because we are. You know, when you want to get healthy, when you want to get powerful, you don't want to be around fucking low vibe people who are just toxic and parasitical and they can't get it together. You don't want to be around gossips. And that doesn't make you a bad person. It makes you a healthy person who wants to live your life and enjoy your life and not be around fucking toxic parasite people who are just doing what they're doing. Start feeding all the energy. This is a week to work on your energy. Okay, so let's finish with this love connection because I really want to see about this love connection. But this is what I want to say to you. You're going to have to start changing your mindset. You're going to have to start being on your own team. I do think Geminis sabotage themselves. You start feeding back into low-level dickheads, low-frequency people. Do you want to win? Do they look like they're winning? Do they look happy? I mean, I know they pretend they're happy, but do they really look happy? Focus this week, Gemini. Okay, so the person you're dealing with, the true connection, is oppressed in some way. They've got a lot of pressure in some way. But I do think for Geminis this week, we do need to pull back. So, you know, I'm not going to talk about my personal life, but yeah, there's someone who means a great deal to me. And me bestest friends have been like, I don't care. Okay, we're not doing Ahmed again. Okay. And that's another one for you is this week. Get around your true friends. Get around your friends who they don't want to hurt you, but they want to tell you the truth. Okay? Because your true friends will tell you the truth even when it's hard to do that. So this week, if you need a reality check, go to your closest friends because they'll give it to you. But what I'm saying to you is this person's got to do the work with you. This year, we're not doing one-sided connections. It's either we both get in the boat and row, or I'm getting out the boat. And if I have to pay a high price emotionally, so be it. Okay? Maybe your business has been fucked, maybe it's over, maybe you're not getting the clients the respect. Okay. So if I have to find a whole way to rebrand myself, recreate myself, so be it. But I can't stay in this. Blaming everybody, talking about how I should be getting this value, this respect. I did it. They don't care. They love it. They love seeing you drown. They love disrespecting you. They love feeling like you need them, Gemini. Think about it, okay? So, this is a week to really practice what you preach, train your focus. You are going to feel triggered this week, so it's about, okay, I can either react to this cunt, or I can find ways to channel what I'm feeling so I can build a much better reality. Because I do think anger, I do think resentment, disgust, triggers can help you to really get to the world you want. And I do think a lot of Geminis now want a deep, deep, profound connection. And that's what the Ten of Cups to the Temperance to the Emperor to the Two of Cups is. It doesn't matter what we feel for a person. If that person is not willing to do the work with us, they've got to go. Or we've just got to slowly reduce our feelings for that person and let them go. Because sometimes I do think that's the best thing to do rather than having a reaction and cutting them off. Sometimes it's best to just leave it. And then, like I said, talk to yourself and process that that person is more of a fantasy than as much as you love them and there's good things about them, they can't really give you what you want. And as you start to process that, it's easier to let go. So sometimes it's not doing the big, I'm going to block you, okay, you block me, I'll be back in 2 months. It's not that. Sometimes it's slowly letting yourself know that you're in love with the fantasy of the person, not the reality. Some of you gave everything to a career, you broke your back for people, you gave so much, you were so genuine. But remember, the matrix promotes the snakes. It's hard to win in this world and be a real one, but you should still aim to win in the world by being a real one. Okay? So, I feel like a lot of good stuff is coming. This is a hard read to do. I was kind of like, should I do it? But you're at the end of a painful cycle. But the Ten of Swords for me would be paying attention to your nervous system, your anxiety, the mind here. Okay, Ten of Swords to the Eight of Swords and the Ten of Wands. This is not good. This is being at breaking point. Okay, this is your energy being fatigued. This is your mind being burnt out. This is feeling like you're restricted, you're imprisoned, you're confined. You got to really start to say, my life's not over. It's just this reality, this version of me, this person, this career is over. And on the other side of all of this, in a few months, when you've rebuilt yourself and the money's coming in and the clients are coming in and a better guy's coming in or a better woman's coming in, you're going to be like, so dramatic. Because I do think Geminis, we can be dramatic, right? And it's just try not to dramatise this week. Try to acknowledge what you're feeling, acknowledge the trigger. Don't feel bad for feeling disgusted by certain people and not wanting what they're living or what they are. So what? There's people who are disgusted by you. So what? Okay? Maybe you're disgusted by yourself. Maybe you're looking at a version of yourself and you're like, what the fuck? You know, maybe you're receiving treatment from people and you're just like, why am I letting this happen? So it's really about, but instead of wounding yourself further, it's like, okay, why am I letting this happen? Why am I letting this person treat me like this? Why am I continuing to show up in this disrespect? Try to pull apart the questions, not just listen to the questions. Because some of your mind is cluttered, but it's because you're not taking the questions and pulling the questions apart. You need to journal and write questions down. Why do I let this person disrespect me? And instead of brushing over it and thinking you've answered it, go deep into why you keep repeating patterns, why you keep continuing to show up in something that's making you miserable, that you're not inspired by. Why you continue to bring in certain people into your frequency. Okay? By doing the deep study, that's where you'll start to break the pattern. That's where you'll start to think different. You'll get the actual answers rather than superficial answers, and you'll move forward. But something is coming to its breaking point. And this could be a career. This could be the old version of you. This could be a relationship. But I think this is a good thing for Gemini. If you've been through a really hard time, it's going to be beautiful. If you've been single, if you've been moneyless, you're coming to the other side. But you've got to start standing up. The Seven of Wands is all about boundaries. It's all about... The Seven of Wands is getting out of the slump. Some of you have been in a slump. Your unconscious mind is kind of defeated. It's slumped. You want to make these changes. You want this love. You want this happiness. You want this success. But your unconscious mind is holding you back. So the Seven of Wands is working on your energy. The Seven of Wands is standing up and saying no more. No. But standing up in a graceful, compassionate, empathic way. Because that's what you would do for other people. If someone came to you with a problem, you would listen to their problem and you would help them. You would be compassionate, but you would also be direct. So I think Geminis this week, you need to do the same for yourself. Be compassionate with yourself, but also be honest with yourself. So some of yours, and it could be this person decides to put an end to it, and that might hurt. But like I said, rejection is protection. Good things are coming, Gemini, but you're going to have to base your life on the truth. You're going to have to see the facts, and that's it. Something is not good for your mind, it's not good for your health. You can't live in an environment anymore, you can't have certain people around you anymore, you just can't. It's jail time. Honestly, like some of you are eroding mentally and energetically. Okay, so this is some of the messages I got. Hopefully it was helpful. I just wanted to put a little reading out. Again, if you're struggling, you can book a reading with me. There's all different style readings. I do face-to-face coaching. I do the tarot coaching for the most serious people. And that's what it's about. We've got to do the work. You can either spend another year in the matrix getting fucking irritated and reactive to every small level dickhead who's not doing the work, or you can say thank you. Because you're everything I don't want to be like. I don't want to be out here playing mind games. I don't want my relationship to be superficial. I don't want to be out here being disrespected. Thanks. And that's it, okay? Like the video, comment, and I'll speak to you soon.